Well, if you thought Isaiah Bradley was going to be a leftover hanging plot thread to somehow not be explained or ever touched upon again, you don't have to worry, because it sounds like there's gonna be more of his story coming soon. So let's talk about it in his return to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I don't think anybody was like, okay, we bring Isaiah Bradley in, he says that he was a super soldier who was experimented on, he's still around, the government just hid him, Bucky knew about him, he even fought him, and we're never gonna touch upon it again. No. Especially when now a super soldier has in cold blood just taken it out to the streets and took somebody's life, and there's footage everywhere, and he's been deemed the Captain America by the government, but quite clearly unstable and all that. So recently, speaking with Vanity Fair, Malcolm Spellman, the man who's responsible for this series along with Nate Moore, were both talking about Isaiah Bradley, saying that his story's not over, and there's some stuff here. If you look at the book he appeared in his story, Red, White, and Black, there's a lot in that that's worth exploring, and some of those storylines that are very much going to be explored in the MCU, but they couldn't really say what, which if you've read that comic, you probably know what. I don't want to spoil that, and they can't really do it the same way from the comics because the timeline wouldn't make sense, but they're definitely doing their own take on it. So they did say that if you're looking for more of that story, how his journey is going to affect Sam Wilson's journey, and the journey that Bucky Barnes is on, there is more to come of Isaiah's story in relation to all of that. And I think that is important. That's one of those things that if it was just kind of left out there, it's like, oh yeah, we left him in his house, we're not going to talk about that again. It's like, guys, that's kind of important. So it's good to know that they're not doing away with that. And they said that this version in the MCU is something a little bit different, which obviously, again, it has to be, because that's just the nature of the beast. I mean, Bucky Barnes is different than the comics. Same with Sam Wilson, and same with the fact that he said that soldiers and scientists from both sides were coming in, taking his blood, trying to work on it. And suddenly, there's this new super soldier who technically is built off of the DNA of Isaiah out there doing despicable things. That's probably going to show up somewhere, right? They're going to have to talk about that. And you would assume it's going to have a pretty big impact on how the world views everything that the feds have told them again in the MCU. Which again, brings us all the way back around to the Winter Soldier movie, which hopefully has that type of effect on everything.